Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Colette. I'd just like to say welcome back to all of you who have been to my channel before, and a big welcome to all of you who are just new here. I do appreciate you being here. This reading today is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus and Rising Aries. And if you don't know where those placements are, there is going to be a free natal link in the description box down below for you to go and check it out for yourselves. Because you may find that because this is just going to be a general read, it's not all going to resonate with all of you. So, also, before I forget, cusp readers, cusp Aries as well. For those of you who are born either end of the Aries sign, so you may be cusp on the Pisces end or you may be cusp on the Taurus end, and if that is the case you may want to also check out those readings that come previously or after your sign. And also you may want to check out, like I was saying, your other placements as well for your moon, your rising. And you may even want to check out your Venus as well if you're feeling so inclined, because this is a love reading and Venus is all about love. So this is one of the reasons that I'm doing these readings. They are just general love readings. So if anybody's wanting a private reading with me, my email is also going to be in the description box down below. This is Gemini season and Gemini has had a lot of activity. Venus is retrograde in Gemini at this moment in time, and not only is she retrograde, she has also disappeared behind the sun as well at this moment, and she's not coming back out again until I think it's the 11th or the 12th of June, when she will reappear as the evening star. So she's gone from being the morning star, she will appear again as the evening star. But she'll still be retrograde until, I think it's about the 28th of June, when she finishes her retrograde and turns direct. So I'm going to be doing two separate decks here. One is going to be for yourself, Aries. The deck that I'm shuffling now is going to be for yourself. And the other deck that I'll be using is going to be for the person of interest. So that's you cross-watchers. Whether you've had a relationship with an Aries, you are interested in an Aries, or you're still in a relationship with an Aries. This reading, you may find that the message in the reading could actually be swapped over with the cards. So although I'm reading these cards as being Aries, well, Gemini on the brain at the moment, Aries energy, you may feel that it's more your story and you may want to swap over the cards that I will be using for yourselves. I'm also choosing one card from my Goddess deck of cards. I've removed all the cup cards, and as an overall kind of flavour and overall picture energy, I have chosen one card, and today we have the Nine of Cups, but it did come out in reverse, so I'm going to read it in reverse for you. And in reverse, what I see is that she is very focused on this one cup here. So it's saying to me that there is an energy here of something that has been or is being fulfilled. Somebody's wish is being fulfilled here, Aries, or Aries cross-watcher, but you're not really aware of it, or you're blocking it, or you're stopping it somehow, and you're still very focused just on this one cup. You're still very focused on, I would say, the lack of, rather than all of these that are standing here in the background, which are much more. I'm just going to move my light around so that you can get a better view of that. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. I've had troubles with the lightings today, so I'm going to apologise now. It doesn't seem to be as good as it has been previously. I don't know why. So that's what I'm kind of sensing here, is that this, you know, you've got the rainbow here as well in the background, which for me relates to the energy of relationship. because it kind of represents Aries, the goddess of the rainbow to me. And Aries in the Greek mythology was always present within a relationship in order for there to be temperance, which is basically who the goddess Aries represents, the energy of temperance within the tarot deck. For her to actually be there had to be a relationship. There had to be some form of communication and flowing. So it could also be that there's been a kind of blockage here, that some kind of communication has stopped between you, and it may be that you'd reached a point of almost having that dream and that wish fulfilled, because the Nine of Cups is all about wish fulfillment. It's all about getting that dream that you're really hoping for and praying for and longing for, yearning for. But when it's in reverse, I kind of feel as though something has got in the way somehow. Something, and I've just noticed the moons down here on this curtain here as well. I hope you can see that very well today. But there are these moons, these crescent moons on this blue curtain where all these cups are standing. And for me, it's kind of, the moon is representative of secrets, of things that may have been hidden, that may have come to light. But there is, I just feel an overall sense of a blockage here, Aries and Aries cross watchers, that something isn't quite coming together with this Nine of Cups in the way that it should be or was meant to be. Because in this card she's very focused on just that one cup, which to me is kind of indicative of just the one cup represents the Ace of Cups. You know, it's the cup that you bring in to the relationship. So maybe somebody's taking a look again at where it all began, how it all started. The first card that we have fall out here is the Hangman. So I'm going to say that at the moment, the heart of this reading, there is definitely, and again this is in reverse as well, there is definitely a hold that has been put on this. Somebody, either yourself Aries or the other person, has definitely put a hold on this. Or you may feel as though the circumstances were taken out of your control and that something from outside of the relationship has kind of put a hold to it. Maybe at this moment in time, because of the situation that we're all in, you're not able to see each other as much as you would like to, and maybe there's a lot of doubt building up around it. But I would say that there is still an attachment here. I mean, he's very much attached, if you see here. He's very much, I'm going to just pull this curtain back. Sorry about this, but I'm trying to get the best light here. Failing abysmally. He's very connected here. He is literally chained by his foot. And the sun is here as well, which is why I kind of feel that this could be something that has happened from an bigger kind of perspective. See, it's far too bright now. There, that's better. From an outer perspective that has kind of chained you. It's kind of got you held in a place that you may not have wanted to have been. And during this time you may be re-evaluating things for yourselves as well. The Hangman does talk about a different perspective, seeing things from a different light. Again, it's in reverse, Aries, so there could be, talking of light, it's really bad today and I have no idea what's causing it. There you go, it's back again. I've been doing this for a while and I just can't get it to work as well as normal, so I will apologise and just work with it the best I can, I'm afraid. It's gone again. Your crossing energy here is the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups for me is a energy of self-nurturing. It's an energy of coming out of a time of needing to heal yourself, take care of yourself, be able to look after yourself. It's a young energy. It kind of relates to the kind of teenage energy, really, you know, just after the teenage years, when you're kind of learning to really go out into the world, and you have to really start taking care of yourself and looking after yourself. That's what, for me, all the pages are about. And here he has this cup in his hand as well, the same cup here. You see he's holding this cup here, same as what she's holding here in her hand as well. So you could both be at this time very reflective on this relationship. There could be a lot of reflection going on, with, especially as the Hangman, it's over the top of this Hangman card here. So there could be a lot of feeling of both of you looking at how it all began, what was the start of it, what it was that you was attracted to initially with this person. Or you could also be in a situation, some of you Aries could also be in a situation where you feel as though you can't let go. You might have tried to let go, and you may find that you're just kind of pulled back there time and time again. It could also be for you cross watchers as well. And my video's gone weird again. This is going to do my head in, literally. I don't know what's wrong with it, like I keep saying, it's going to bug me. So let's just get on with the reading here, Aries. I am sorry about that. So yeah, for some of you, you may feel as though you have tried to let this go, but it just keeps bringing you back into this same place, this kind of hanging in limbo place. You might have even tried to move on from this. But this Nine of Cups is saying to me that there is a strong connection here with this person. You've had a lot of experiences with this person as well, with all those Eight of Cups that are stacked up in the background. Of course, the Eight of Cups is all about walking away from something as well. So you may have found yourself going through a lot of turmoil, a lot of trials, tribulations. Another reason the rainbow may be there as well, because the rainbow comes out after the storm. So you may have had to have weathered a lot in this relationship, the pair of you as well. But I don't feel as though in this relationship at this moment in time that you're together. Only, I would say, energetically. Okay, in the head and what you're aware of at the moment, you have the Fool, who's also upside down. So this is what I mean about, I feel that you have tried to move on here, that you've done your best, or you feel as though you've done your best in trying to move beyond this. You've wanted a new beginning, either on your own or with this person, but you have tried to move forward. You've got the Seven of Wands with this as well. So I do feel as though this is a card of you feeling like you have to justify yourself a lot in this relationship. Again, it's upside down. And we have the Hierophant that's come out upside down as well. So this could, like I say, I feel as though it's a long-lasting relationship, or a relationship that's been going for quite a long time. And it has possibly called into question, with this Hierophant card here, a lot of your beliefs around relationships, a lot of your understandings about relationships. Your faith could have been really questioned in relationships as well. What were you doing? Were you doing the right thing with this relationship, Aries? Was this the right person? But there was a lot of, I feel with this Seven of Wands there, that I feel there was a lot of conflict, or a lot of kind of having to justify yourself, Aries. A lot of you having to yeah, just justify yourself, just kind of stand up for your beliefs and your and the way you did things as well, how you did things, why you did things. A lot of conflict. But I feel as well with this Hierophant there that you do want more from this. You do want more from this. But at this moment in time, the energy that you've been working with and what's moving away from you, Aries, is the Nine of Wands, which is saying to me at this time, you're feeling exhausted. You really are feeling exhausted. Again, it's in reverse. So it's like this is working against you rather than for you here. You literally feel as though you have just put everything that you had into this. Again with this nine, 2 9s here. So they're both cards of almost completion, but not quite completion. So you haven't got to the end of this relationship. And I feel that there's still more that needs to be resolved here, shall we say. You're trying to move on, but there's things that you haven't resolved within this relationship, which is why it keeps bringing you back to this Nine of Wands energy and this Hangman energy. And like I was saying with the Hierophant there, I think you also wanted a lot more from this relationship than you may necessarily feel that you got from it as well. It's a very traditional card, the Hierophant. So it could have been engagement, it could have been marriage, it could have just been a sense of wanting, just wanting more. Often the Hierophant does talk about our, the tradition, and the tradition is often engagement and marriage. But you have also the Knight of Cups down here, which is in your subconscious energy. So this is the energy that you may not be so aware of, Aries. And so whereas earlier we had the Page of Cups here, who was kind of getting ready to step out into the world and look after himself, take care of his own needs, before he found somebody else in which to kind of give them his cup and ask them to share their experiences with him and their life in some ways. We have the Knight of Cups here, who is very much about actually going out there. Actually, the Knight of Cups is a lot more like he's out there, he's doing, he's making things happen. And again, because it's cups, it is to do with love. It is to do with that relationship, because he's holding up this cup here. And it's like, for me, I feel that this is kind of saying, it's like a celebration here. It's like it's got ribbons around this cup. If you look here, for me today, I feel as though it's kind of saying, that somebody has accepted it. It's almost like, that kind of, cheers, kind of, celebratory energy of somebody's accepted my cup. I had this cup, and now somebody else has seen my cup, they've taken my cup, they've wanted my cup. But the Knight of Cups can also have very idealistic views on love as well. They can have kind of this fantasy world that they build up around the idea of love itself. And that could well also depend on where your Venus is as well, Aries, and Aries cross watchers as well. It will make a difference. But there is this idealistic romantic, very romantic side to the Knight of Cups. And he does want to fulfill his dream of love. He does want to make something long lasting. He's not in it for the short term. He's not a flash in the pan like the Knight of Wands or the Knight of Swords can be. He's in it. Once his heart is given, his heart is given, and it is very hard for him to walk away, which we see up here with the Fool in reverse and the Seven and the Hierophant energy. But there has been definite heartache here. Possible even third party energy. It could have well involved somebody else here, because this is deep heartbreak and it's in reverse as well. So this for me is a card of real, like this person, they totally gave their heart. Totally gave their heart, and that ended up being, well, they feel as though it ended up being destroyed. That's how I see this Three of Swords today. It's like this, you know, I gave you my heart and this is how it gets treated. This is how it's been returned to me. This is what you did to my heart. And this is yet to come. This is the energy that is yet to come. But I feel that this is more about somebody, like I was saying with these secrets, I feel as though there's something that is yet to come out from this. Somebody is not being completely open. I'm not saying that this is third party Aries, so don't all of you kind of think, oh, you know, I'm definitely, my partner's cheating on me, or because it's not necessarily about a third party. But there is something here that is saying that with Three of Swords in reverse, there is something that needs to be healed. Often with the Three of Swords, it can be an energy of, again with this Knight of Cups as well, this kind of romantic ideal may not always live up to the reality of love, because love can be harsh, which is what this Nine of Cups is saying here as well, with all these 8 cups here, because the 8 cups is when you walk away from something. But it does have, I mean, it is the Nine of Cups, so she's holding 1 cup in her hand, still hoping. And again, that, you know, the she energy is only because it's the picture. It doesn't have to be the masculine or the feminine. It can be either or. So, and interestingly as well, we have, if you look here, we have this same sun energy here where the Hangman is, what he's attached to here, which is why I think it's kind of a bigger issue. Something bigger, but there's clarity. It's like there is clarity to come from this. Something is yet to be revealed, which is what I was saying about that, those moons on that curtain. That there is things that haven't been completely considered or revealed or spoken about. But there is a lot of love here, a lot of love, a deep connection with this person as well. Although you could also be feeling, Aries, as though you have been a bit of a fool here as well. You may be actually feeling like you have been played for a fool here. So let's see what this other person... Well, there we have the Temperance card that I was talking about earlier, about keeping this flow of communication going in a relationship, and how she only exists within a relationship. So there you have the rainbow, and this actually is the goddess Isis that I was talking about earlier. The Temperance card here is the goddess Isis in this Greek mythic tarot deck. And in reverse, it is saying to me that there is a blockage here. Things have stopped completely. There's no communication. There's no backwards and forwards. There needs to be communication. There needs to, in order for a relationship to exist and not stagnate, there has to be this constant flow. And if you see here, we've got the gold and the silver cup, which kind of represents the masculine and the feminine energy. It represents the heart energy as well, flowing from the heart, from one heart to the other. And when it's in reverse, it is saying to me that it's blocked. And you also have, as your challenging card here, the same Knight, the Knight of Cups. So as I was saying, there is a lot of love here. Again, this singular cup has turned up again. And we see it here in this 9. And she's holding it in her hand. It is that hope, that wishing, that wanting, the 9, wanting the reunion, wanting things to get back together, wanting things to be sorted out, wanting things to be resolved, but at the same time holding on to their when it's to do with communication, I feel as though somebody is holding back on the truth, maybe, about something. Maybe it's to do with their true feelings. Maybe this person isn't able to express their true feelings because of this Knight as their challenging energy here, which is very much, I mean, the Knight of Cups is all about expressing his feelings. It is the energy of the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces energy. So it's all about feeling, intuition, sensitivity. My camera's gone again, so I'm going to... I don't quite know what I'm going to do, really. I just look incredibly white. There we go. Just got a big jackdaw fly onto the light today. The other day I had a pigeon, but I think I was doing my full moon reading. By the way, there is a full moon reading online for anybody who's interested. I have just done a full moon partial eclipse in Sagittarius video and an astrology read as well for anybody who's interested in finding out more about that energy as well. I'm going to check them out online on my channel. Clarity, Aries. You need to shine some light on this situation. I'm just saying that because of what's happening with my phone at this time. I've not known it to do this. For all the readings that I have done so far, I've not had this problem in quite the same way at all. Oh, better. I will apologise for that glare. So let's see, why do we have the Fool, the 7 of Wands and the Hierophant here? Please, universe. Why is the Fool, the 7 of Wands and the Hierophant here? What is it that Aries' person, I'm going to take that energy card there, is feeling. We have another reverse card here. This person really doesn't know. They really don't know. This is a card of dilemma. And when it's in reverse, for me, it really does say that there is just this total indecision. Indecision, not knowing if what is being offered is actually not only what they really want, although I feel it is, but is it something that is being given willingly? I feel as though this person is in a situation where they are reluctant to offer you something, Aries, because they also don't know if you're going to accept it. Possibly even a sense of forgiveness here. Does this person want to apologise, maybe? Offer you a forgiveness? Or is that the other way round? Not sure. But this is a card for me. If you see here, she's kind of offering him this pentacle, which is kind of something to do with things that you work on. It's about the physical realm. It's about wanting to work on this relationship, wanting to kind of build it further, take it further. But he is in a complete kind of dilemma about it, because he doesn't know if it's something that is going to kind of work out for him. And because it's in reverse, I'd say that that's even more the case. This person is really kind of holding back on this, Aries. They're really holding back on it because they really do not know. This person could be an earth sign. I'm only saying that because it has the bull behind them there as well. So it could relate to a Taurus, it could relate to a Capricorn or a Virgo. But it doesn't have to. It could be somebody who's got maybe a lot of earth in their makeup, in their astrological makeup. They could have their Venus in an earth sign. But there just seems to be this energy of this person is holding, really holding back here. They really don't know how to approach you. They don't know how to approach you, Aries. That's what I'm picking up here. They don't know what your reaction's going to be, so they are holding back on this situation. Maybe I should pull this over again. Nope, see, that hasn't helped at all. Dearie me, come on, lighting. What is going on here? Okay, so the Nine of Wands. Why is the Nine of Wands here for Aries? What is the energy of the Nine of Wands here for energies for Aries? What is this person thinking? And what has this person been dealing with? When it comes to the energy of the Nine of Wands here. What has this person that Aries has a emotional connection to? There we go, the Eight of Pentacles, and also the Ace of Wands as well, in reverse. So this person has been trying to manifest something new in their life, but because it's in reverse, they're also having difficulty in doing that. With the Eight of Pentacles here coming out after the Seven, they are trying to work on something. They're trying to do it alone as well. They're trying to rebuild their life here, I think, Aries. I think they're trying to rebuild something new for themselves. But at the same time, they are missing you. With this Ace of Wands here. And whatever it is that they're trying to manifest, because it's in reverse here as well, I do kind of feel that it's not coming together for them very quickly or very easily. There's a lot of, I feel there's a lot of awareness of the empty space, shall we say. Then we also have the Two of Pentacles down here, over the top of the Knight of Cups. Again, in reverse. So again, this person is feeling this is the energy of the subconscious realm. This person is trying to whether they're aware of it or not, they are trying to start out again. They are trying to, this could also relate to the beginning of your relationship as well. This person may not have put as much energy and time into something as you did, Aries. Because the Two of Pentacles is an energy of kind of bringing things to a start. It's when the Ace comes in, and after the Ace it needs to have a direction. Although it's a physical energy, it also talks about something where you have to work on something. You have to, in order to build something, in order to give it good foundations, you have to work on something. And I feel that because this is in reverse, this person kind of didn't give it much thought. They just kind of took it for granted that it would just happen, or it would just grow in its own time. Sorry about that. I'm having real problems today. Apparently let me just readjust. Sorry about this, but apparently my battery is low. I have no idea why that's happened, because it is plugged in. But there is nothing happening. Let me just readjust this. Sorry about this, Aries. I have no idea why this is happening. Not had this problem before. So, if this dies, it's because my camera, because my phone isn't, charging, apparently. I have no idea why that is, because the charger should be working. So, quickly, let's move on and see what happens here with this Three of Swords. I may have to finish this off in another part of the video. It may come out in 2 parts, Aries. I don't know what it is that's going on with your reading today. No idea what's happening here, Aries, but there seems to be some kind of problem. If that's just with my reading, or whether that's something to do that's reflecting something that's happening in your lives as well. Put that Two of Pentacles up the other way. So the Three of Swords here. Why is the Three of Swords here? Why is the Three of Swords here? What is the reason for the Three of Swords? Okay. The Queen of Swords and the Devil. So this person, Aries, is going to, I feel, block your energy. They've got a lot of doubts and a lot of fears and a lot of their own worries and a lot of stress. The Queen of Swords in reverse is saying this person doesn't want to communicate, which could be why you're going to end up with this Three of Swords energy here as well, Aries, because this person doesn't want to communicate. They don't want to look at their fears and their worries about this. This is a major arcana card, the Devil, as well, so I'm going to say this has brought up a lot of possibly past issues here as well. This person can't release themselves from their own stress. They worry over things easily. They don't know how to resolve this problem. They don't know how to communicate with you anymore. And I think they're going to find it a lot easier to just cut off rather than try and resolve this, well, as much as they want to, because there is a lot of love here. But I don't feel that this person is ready at this time, Aries. So I'm going to see what the Moon Wisdom cards have to say here. I really don't feel as though this person is willing to open themselves up and communicate with what it is that they really need to say to you. And again, going back to that Nine of Cups and that the moons that I saw there, which kind of really caught my eye. There is, I feel, some sense of something being kept in the dark with this Devil card here as well. Something's being kept in the dark. You, Aries, are being kept in the dark about something. Maybe this person also feels guilty about things. Maybe they don't feel as though they deserve you or that they're worthy of you. And the Devil does challenge us to look at our own beliefs about ourselves, our fears, our worries. But with this Queen of Swords here, which is very much the energy of air, it's the Gemini energy, the Libra energy, the Aquarius energy, so it can be very cutting, it can be very cold, very kind of like just, poof, that's it, door slammed, like closed. I don't want to go there, I don't want to discuss this, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to even look at it or think about it. But you have the waxing moon, which is saying that the energy is gaining momentum. So whatever the energy is around this, it is coming up to a head, basically. It's gaining momentum. It's kind of getting to a point where it's going to have to, because the full moon comes after the waxing moon. The waxing moon is when the moon is beginning to grow bigger. And so that's really kind of the point where things reach a head at the point of the full moon. We've just had a full moon, so we're not in the full moon, we're now in the waxing moon. But there's still a case of like the energy for you is kind of picking up momentum, literally picking up speed here. I'm just going to pull another one and see what it has to say. And just hope that my video doesn't cut out on me, because it doesn't seem to be charging my phone for some bizarre reason. So quickly, Moon Wisdom cards, Universe, Spirit Friends, Spirit Guides. What is it that Aries needs to know about this situation? Moon Wisdom for Aries, please, in this situation of love. And there is a lot of love here. There is a lot of love. But this person is finding it difficult. Interesting. It says a win-win outcome is forecast, but it did come out in reverse. Again, this is an air energy sign, so it could be a Libra. It could be a Gemini, it could be an Aquarius, but it could also mean that this isn't going to get resolved until later in the year. For some of you Aries, that it won't be until full moon in Libra even, around that time, where things will get resolved with this issue. Because I feel on some level that this person has got a lot to work out within themselves at this time. That this isn't just about your energy, Aries. This is about them. This is about their problems, the things that they need to work out within themselves. I feel as though this person needs to have a good, honest conversation with themselves. Not with anybody else, but with themselves. I think that's kind of what I'm feeling here, or being told here. This person needs to have a good, honest conversation with themselves before they can have a good, honest conversation with you, Aries. So you can never go backward. There is only one direction, and that is forward into the light. And this card keeps coming out. Keeps coming out. What else do we have here? Quickly. Lift up your heart, lift up your mind to the possibility of light. Maybe also to do with clarity as well. Seeing, getting some clarity on the situation for yourself, Aries. If people need help, they will come to those souls who can help them. No one need feel they have a mission to heal. Just be available. So maybe it's saying that eventually this person will come back to you after they've worked on themselves. And I feel that that's really the main issue here. If you are developing a clarity, a perfect link to light, your note will help you to unlock your immediate future like the key to a door. So those are the messages from the universe, Aries, and that is the message for the reading today. I'm going to finish your reading now and say again, I am sorry for the lighting. It's just been a complete nightmare today, and I have no idea why, unless there is a message behind that of clarity somehow. But I will say thank you very much for watching, and please could you thumbs up my video, like it for me, because it gets it out into the bigger mainstream YouTube world where other people can watch it and come back to my channel hopefully, and subscribe to my channel please. If you haven't subscribed, could you also do that for me as well, as I'm really trying to grow my channel, and that really helps me, and I really do appreciate that. And also tap the bell so you can get future videos as and when I put them out. And on that note, I'm going to say again, thank you very much. I hope this has been of some help to you. Please take good care of yourselves and anybody who you can take care of at this time. And hopefully I'll see you again soon, Aries.